Tired of reading the same old boring books? If you are, then why not read? Walking to the Bus Rider Blues. Walking to the Bus Rider Blues. I bet you remember this lady. This is Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks was a member of the NAACP along with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Together, Rosa Parks and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. worked together as civil rights activists to end segregation. Both Rosa Parks and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. worked together and protested against segregation, that segregation being racial segregation. This was the means to separate blacks and whites. They both are a big part of history, and they both had a lot to do with why there's not so much segregation in the world today. Walking to the Bus Rider Blues takes place during the bus boycott sparked by Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her seat. In this book, 12-year-old Alpha and his older sister Zania used nonviolence to handle harassment and also to solve a theft that their grandmother had been accused of. So their story is very similar to that of Rosa Parks. The time frame is June of 1956, and Montgomery, Alabama is the location. African Americans are boycotting the bus company that they had their neighbor, Miss Rosa Parks, arrested for. And in this book, which is also historical fiction, she refuses to give up her seat to a white man until they can sit wherever they wish to on the bus. African Americans are refusing to ride, so they are walking. And for Alpha, walking can be a problem for him in this story. When he takes the bus, he avoids the white boys who steal his pay for working in Mr. Greensdale's grocery store. Losing the money is a disaster for him. He and his sister and his great-grandmother, who live all together in a home, they need their money to pay rent for their two-room house. When Alpha loses his pay, they are short on the rent money. And even to make matters worse, someone is stealing the money that they save from where they hide it. And they themselves end up accused of stealing $2,000 from a house where their grandmother is cleaning. Okay? Going on, Alpha wants to be a doctor. And because of this, he uses the scientific method to solve their theft problems. Alpha and his sister work hard to pay the rent and to find out exactly who are the persons that stole the money. Okay? So let's go back to that term, passive resistance. You ask yourself, what's passive resistance exactly? Passive resistance results when a person voices their personal beliefs in a way that is non threatening, such as in the case of Rosa Parks when she refused to give up her seat to a white man. And also, this is depicted in the book Walking to the Bus Rider Blues. Here we have a picture of Selma. Selma is in Alabama, the same as Montgomery, Alabama. Um, Selma and Montgomery are just miles apart from each other, and in both places, both Selma and Montgomery, many bus boycotts took place as well as many marches for equal rights. So here you can see the people marching, um, fighting for equality for all. So here we have a bus that's obviously been boycotted. The bus appears to be empty. This would have taken place during the time of Rosa Parks. Um, this is very much what you would have seen. Most of the people that took transit at this time probably would have been African American, and because they refused to continue riding the buses due to the injustice they felt related to equal rights or lack thereof, the bus is left empty. Okay? Here pictured we have 6 civil rights leaders, but 3 most influential leaders that you would notice in this photograph are Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and Rosa Parks. And Rosa Parks being that pretend neighbor of the 2 main characters in the book, Alpha and his sister Zania. Well, again, the title of the book is Walking to the Bus Rider Blues. That is all the information that I have for you, and I hope that you will check the book out to learn exactly what Alpha and Zania think of their neighbor Rosa Parks.